So here you in this question you had issues with question number 2 and 3, not 1. So let's try to solve this. I said the manager of an apartment building needs an electrician to repair the power generator for the building. The table below shows a fixed amount for a time service call and hourly charge for two different companies. So you're having this, you're having this, you're having the hourly rate and this. Then let's go straight to number 2. For what number of hours X will the total cost of repairing generator for company B be less than or equal to the total cost of repairing generator for company A? For what number of hours X will the total cost of repairing generator for company B be less than or equal to the total cost of repairing generator for company A? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at this. For this we have A, which is since this is the fixed amount for a service call, we know it's plus $40. Since it's a fixed amount, this is a partial variation question where y is constant and then it varies. Okay, so from y equal to mx plus c, which is the equation for partial variation, we have this for company A plus 40 and then 55 based on x, 55, and yx is the hours, the number of hours. Okay, so we have y, this is the cost, is equal to this for company A. Then for company B we have y equal to 48x plus 75. So the question goes this way. It says, for what number of hours X will the total cost of repairing the generator for company B be less than or equal to the total cost of repairing the generator for company A? What they're asking here, if this is the total cost Y and this is the total cost Y, for this is for company A and this is for company B, and they're asking that what number of hours, this X, will the total cost of repairing generator for company B, this B, be less than. So YB would be less than or equal to the total cost of repairing generator for company A. So we have YA. Now since we have related it this way, we are going to place it based on that. So it will be 48x plus 75. Let's crop this in and take it straight to our learning page. So we're gonna have 48x plus 75. You made a mistake here, Sana. Made a mistake here by flipping this. You wrote this is less than or equal to this, which is wrong. You should have written this. You should have translated it exactly with the translation. Use the exact translation. When it comes to this, you don't assemble it anyhow, and you tried using equal to instead of less than or equal to. You have to be careful about this. So you have 55x plus 40 over here. So when you rearrange this, you'll be having 75 minus 40. So you have 55x is minus 48x is less than, so that's it. 35 is less than or equal to 7x. So when you do that, x, you can't just turn it like that. Don't just turn it like that. When it comes to this, you don't play with it like that. So you have 35 over 7 is less than or equal to x. Balance it. This is 5 is less than or equal to x. 5 is less than or equal to x. if you want to flip this, you have x, you have to turn it upside down too. If you want to flip, you have to flip it. It's greater than or equal to 5. You don't just swap it. No, x is greater than or equal to 5. They want this is the big part of the question. This is what they wanted to find out. If you know how to flip this equation, you could also have moved it this way. If you had moved it this way, you would have gotten the same thing, but yet you would have been dividing it by negative. Okay, if you had moved it this way, you would have been dividing it by negative, and if you divide by negative, you have to also flip the sign. So this is your answer. See, x is greater than or equal to 5. This is what you got. You got D. Well, actually, your answer is supposed to be C. X is greater than or equal to 5. So looking at this one, question number 3. Company B total cost Y is the fixed amount for a service call plus the hourly rate. The relationship between company B's total cost Y and the number of hours X is graphed in the XY plane. What does the slope of the line represent? So let's look at that. We're going to cut this out and move it into our question page. So recalling that this is your equations, 48x plus 25 and 55x plus $40. So your cost, I said, is a fixed amount for a service call plus hourly. If the relationship between companies B total costs Y and the number of hours X is graphed in the XY plane, what does the slope of the line represent? So we're talking about this. Okay. So if this is graphed into equation, what is the slope? First of all, look at this. Y equal to mx plus c. This is definitely the slope. 48 is the slope. Okay. So if it's graphed in the XY plane, what does the slope of the line represent? The slope here represents the what? The hourly rate. So that is it. B. Number 3. B. B is the answer. Alright, so let's move on. If you look at this, it took Sarah a total of 42 minutes to drive from home to the park, from home down to the park, and it took her 8 miles going. So there's a certain distance x, okay, and it took her 8 miles per hour to go, and then 6 miles per hour to come back. But it's 42 minutes to go and come back. So we know that from speed is equal to displacement over time, or distance over time rather. We know that for the distance, for her to go the first distance, 8 miles per hour going to the park. Okay. Now, since speed equal to distance over time, we also know that we crisscross this. You know that time is equal to time is equal to distance over speed. If you crisscross this here, time is equal to distance over speed. Now let's look at this very critically. Now we have the first time that she used to get to the park, T1, and that T1 there, that's first T1 to go to the park and back, she's going to cover a distance of x, okay, over the speed that she used, which is 8 miles to go. Now we also have a second time that she will use to come back. As she's coming back, she'll be using the same distance. She's covering the same distance, but this time over 6 because of the speed. So now if you add T1 plus T2, that's x over 8 plus x over 6. If you add them together, you're going to have the 42 minutes. But we don't want it per hour, so it's just 42 over 60, or 0.7. Now how will we do solve this? You see LCM 8 and 6, or you simply do the LCM of 8 and 6, that's 24. Multiply 24 by each of this, you have 24 times x over 8. You'll be having 3x plus 4x is equal to 24 times 0.7. 24 times 0.7. That'll give you 16.8. So you're having x will be 16.8 divided by 7. That'll give you 2.4. Somehow you can also use a method of getting the average, but it will give you something a little bit higher than 2.4, but it's still very close to that, 2.4. Alright. Alright, we have number 10 here. One section of a grocery store display only water bottles. The water bottles are in either 6 bottle packages or 8 bottle packages. 6 or 8 bottle packages. Let X represent the number of 6 bottle packages, that's 6x. So I even solving this for you. And Y represent the number of 8 bottle packages, so you have 8y. The total number of packages displayed are 270. So if you add them together, it's equal to 270. And the total number of bottles, x plus y, because these are the packages, x plus y, the number of packages, is equal to 270. While the total number of bottles is 6 times the number of packages plus 8 times the number of packages, which will give you 1860. So you have 1860 here. Say to find the values of variables x and y, which of the following system equations can be used. So I think we're already done that. 6x plus 8y equal to 1860. X plus y equal to 270. So which of them? X plus y is 270. Which of x plus y is 270? We have 1 match, 2 match. Let's see the next one. 6x plus 8y equal to 1860. 6x plus 8y equal to 1860. So B is the answer. So that's it.